Today, we're taking a look at the Sennheiser Profile Wireless. This is Sennheiser's first entry into the creator-style, all-in-one wearable mic kits. The Profile Wireless system has almost all of the features you've come to expect, and some that you haven't from these 2.4 GHz wireless mic kits. Features like automatic internal recording when the transmitter's signal becomes weak, the unique charging case design, internal recording up to 30 hours, and the option to use the lower volume safety channel. In terms of the recording features, there's not really anything that stood out as revolutionary in comparison to the competition, like it's missing 32-bit float and Bluetooth connectivity. However, the performance of the kit is as good or better than the competition, at least in the situations that I've used it in. All these 2.4 GHz systems perform pretty well, but if you don't like the way the internal microphone sounds, you can always add an extra lavalier mic for the best sound quality possible. So really what's going to be the deciding factor for me with a mic kit like this is the accessories that come with it, the charging case, and the ease of use factor. I personally think where the Profile Wireless stands out is in the design of its charging case. Everything comes in a compact soft case that holds all the accessories that don't fit in the charging case. Then the charging case itself is a unique design I haven't really seen before in several ways. Instead of the case just being a charger for the transmitter and receiver units, it also doubles as a hand mic when either of the transmitters are plugged into it. You can use the hand mic with the receiver plugged into the case and record to the mic's internal memory, or you can record right into the camera with the transmitter. Another way the charging case is unique is that it can be mounted to basically anything via the Q20 thread on the bottom side of its case. One way that this could be handy is if you wanted to use the setup in a podcast style where you mount it to an arm. It's not really the main use case for these mics, but hey, if it works, it works. Interestingly, the transmitters also have Q20 threads on them. Kind of odd, but I'm not going to say no to more options for mounting my mics. I don't know, maybe attach it to a boom pole and jerry-rig that together? Some of the last features of the charging case are the integrated magnets for the transmitters and the USB-C lightning and cold shoe adapters. I really dig the design of this kit. The idea to make the charging case a hand mic adapter was so slick. It is a little bulky for a hand mic, but keeping the context that it is mainly a charging case, it's not really something that bothers me. Maybe the only thing that does bother me about the design of this kit is the size of the touchscreen on the receiver. Its size does make sense, but it is a bit frustrating to use for me at least, and it doesn't come with a scroll wheel. The scroll wheel is something that greatly improved the same frustration I had with using the DJI Mic 2. So if Sennheiser does choose to make a second version of the Profile Wireless, hopefully they will find a way to add a scroll wheel. So with all that said, let's get down to what the Profile Wireless actually sounds like. Well, you've already been hearing what it sounds like this whole video. As you can see here, I'm wearing one of the transmitters. So at least in a totally controlled sound environment, it sounds pretty great. But what about outside? Well, let's find out. All right, so now we got the Sennheiser Profile Wireless set up in the hand mic configuration. We've got both of the mics set up here at the top. They are currently recording to their internal memory of 16 gigs. So yeah, that's what these sound like at about, the distance away from my arm to my face. And, we're in a pretty quiet neighborhood, but again, we do have the street sounds to contest with, airplane sounds to contest with, and, just about anything else you can expect in a big city. So there you go. That is the Profile Wireless set up in hand mic mode. Okay, well, there you go. That's outside. Not too bad, eh? I'm pretty happy with the results. Keep in mind, though, that for that test, there was nothing obstructing the signal passing from the transmitter to the receiver because the mics were recording internally. All right, as you can see, I've got one of the mics attached to my collar and one obviously in front of you. Then I'm recording audio into a separate camera, and I'm about to walk away from my desk, and let's see how long it takes before the signal cuts out and switches to internal recording. So we're gonna exit the building. Distance plus walls typically doesn't bear well for transmission of signals, so let's see how long it takes. I don't recall it taking too long before, but we're gonna see. Still looking, oh, there we go. I think we just got it changed over. So yeah, bad signal. You can see the flashing of the lack of signal, and it switched over to internal recording. So very cool on that. It works perfectly. So we shouldn't have had any cutout, or at least the cutout transfers from recording from the one camera inside to the internal recording on the camera here, or rather onto the internal memory of the microphone. This is such a great feature to have on top of being able to record internally by choice. Kind of like how the safety channel can save you when audio peaks, the auto recording can save you from having to do a second take, or could possibly save getting that once in a lifetime soundbite. I'd actually say that using the internal recording from these mics is the best way to go. I've used the Profile Wireless 3 with a few different cameras, and the resulting audio from each is slightly less good than the internal recording. Not sure why that is, but there you go. Sennheiser might not have pioneered this type of mic kit, but they certainly executed well on the concept. The Profile Wireless system is easy to use and is a solid choice for the video creator that wants to start taking their audio recording to the next level. If you want to learn more about how 2.4 GHz wireless audio kits work, check out my review of the original DJI mic. Even though it's been updated to the Mic 2, I think the info about 2.4 GHz systems is still pretty relevant. But if you're looking for a more robust and professional audio solution, I'd like to turn your attention to the video I made for the EWDP, another of Sennheiser's mic kits. Links to both of those videos will be in the description below. Well, that's all I've got to say about the Sennheiser Profile Wireless for today. For all you've seen and more, head to vistek.ca. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.